Welcome to the Young and the Wrestlers, the Pop Culture's WWE podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Betson, alongside...
I am the Smoke, Jem.
You can listen to us, this version of the show, our Raw breakdown, every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. on your podcast services, 9 a.m. on those YouTubes. Not this week, though.
Yeah.
For reasons we'll get to very soon.
Momentarily.
But if you want to join the wrestling conversation, head over to the socials, facebook.com/group/thepopculturist, Twitter, Discord, all links in the description below. If you want to join the conversation as it happens, however, head over to patreon.com/thepopculturist. Support us at any dollar value. Get yourself a nice little sneaky link and you can watch it as it happens. We've got a handful over in the chat over here. Sorry, I got thrown up in the chat. Oh, Kilo, we are friends. We'll get to that in a sec.
Friends.
Get to that in a sec too. But if you want to support us in a more one-star fashion, head over to Facebook. Head over to popcultures.com/shop. We can buy shirts and other assorted shit with our logos on it. We are also on Twitch, twitch.tv/thepopculturist. And the one thing I keep forgetting to doing, if you do happen to listen to this show, I know there's like 5 of you out there. Be sure to head over to your service of choice. Give us a rating. Give us some words. Some stars. Give us the star rating that you believe is accurate.
And tell us why.
I notice other things like give us a 5-star rating. I'm like, yeah, but what if we don't deserve it?
Yeah. We want to learn and grow. Tell us what you think. Yeah. We're open to suggestion.
Oh fuck, Jem.
Yes.
There was something we did, and it was so cool. I remember. We met Kofi Kingston. Yeah, man. So thank you to our incredible friends over at Well Played. We went on behalf of them to an interview session with Kofi Kingston. On behalf for 2K20. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing. So big thanks to Zach over there for allowing us to make that happen. But tell us a bit, Jem.
I'm still in shock about it. Hey, getting the confirmation was one thing, and I lost my mind. I was deathly on Monday when I found out. Or was it on the weekend? I can't remember. It was one day. I don't remember.
So it was Friday. Confirmation came on Monday.
Yeah. So, being able to be in that room with him. I've been a Kofi Kingston fan for over a decade. I've been a wrestling fan for a lot longer. So, we got there. We met with, I believe her name was Beck. She was super lovely. She greeted us, walked us in. We sat down for a moment, setting everything up. And then they brought Kofi to us. And he greeted us, shook hands, had a little chat. First thing he noticed, Ryan was wearing his Young and the Wrestlers t-shirt. And he's like, I like that. I really like that. And we're like, yeah, you do. We got to sit down for quite a while with him and have a chat. Yeah,
we were supposed to have about 10 minutes, ended up getting about 15 plus.
Yeah.
Just because everyone seemed to be really happy with what we're doing, which is happy with me. Because normally when I do an interview, I always get real fucking negative afterwards. I'm like, that was the worst thing I've ever done. I get self-destructive. But coming into this, I was so incredibly nervous.
Oh, we both were.
So nervous. Because I thought it was going to be tight. I thought it was going to be security locked down. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like, you're in, you're out. Because I've done a bunch of junkets in my time.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like, hey, you've got 5 minutes, and then you get shuffled in and out.
Yeah.
That's it. Where here it was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
They came in, they're like, hey man, shaking hands and being all lovely.
Do you want water? Take a seat. We'll
do you want water? Moment. Yeah. I'm like, I'll quickly stop. Like, just take your time, man. Just chill out.
Yeah. They're like, we allowed you time to set up. It's fine.
So and then we're just casually chatting to a former WWE champion. Yeah. It was fantastic, actually.
He's the most humble, lovely dude. He's so much fun to chat to. You gotta love the interview, just listening him speak. He's so engaging and he's really in depth with his answers as well. So it was a lot of fun. He really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed it. And I'm still in shock. As a longtime fan of Kofi Kingston, I still can't believe that yesterday I was face to face with this man, shaking his hand and talking to him about your son and wrestling in general.
Yeah, it was cool. We talked about his title reign and losing it, and just sort of we asked, not in the interview, but we asked about Xavier because he's been injured. He was injured at the Sydney show. We just had a chat about maybe some future things in the 2K franchise.
They're going for the women's titles. Apparently.
It was a good old chat. So you will be able to see it first over at wellplayed.com. It will be up probably in the next 24 hours or so.
Yeah.
I've got to do some finalizing the editing, add a little bit of a flair to it. But yeah, you'll be able to see that over at Well Played for a short exclusivity window,
Yeah.
and then it'll pop up on our channel as well.
Yeah, like, share, comment, like, get that out
Yeah,
there.
man.
It is the coolest. It was so much fun, and we left on such a high.
Well, that was the thing, because I was exceptionally nervous, like unbearably. Like I felt, like I said, all day it was just my chest was just crumbling in on itself, and I couldn't breathe. It's just the idea of, like, the thing is, when I've met people in my time, I've interviewed like people, and I've never been this nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I've met Brian O'Halloran, I'm a big Kevin Smith fan, so I've met him. He was lovely, so I didn't have that nerves.
Nice.
I've met like just a handful of really cool people, but this is the only one to really fuck with me. Saying that though, meeting him and him being so kind and awesome and generous with his time, I left feeling fantastic. I felt the word you used was elated. Yeah, and I absolutely felt fantastic. It was awesome. It was so freaking cool. That should be coming out soon. Keep an eye out. That one we'll be sharing on our socials as well. We'll be sharing Well-Played's link. Be very, very cool. But the reason, the reason that he was in Melbourne was for WWE Live. So we went there. SmackDown. So it was one of the house shows for SmackDown here in Australia.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm just getting some water.
You got a cool little fancy pop lid.
Yeah, it's a little push in, push out type guy. Love it. Yeah,
so this was a SmackDown house show. So primarily SmackDown performers. One exception of the rule there. But so we'll have a quick chat about that and see how we go. Yeah. But overall, what do you think?
Oh, look, I enjoyed it. I guess there's a novelty to be able to see it live like that, even though it's not like a televised show. Seeing people like, Daniel Bryan and Luke Harper and Roman Reigns and Charlotte Flair, and like seeing these people that we watch on a weekly basis in the flesh doing what they do in front of us, it was just the coolest. Especially because, like, legend over here, Ryan, got us the coolest seats. We were in a really, really good spot. So we had a full view of, like, the entrance ramp and the ring. We had
absolutely zero obscured view. It was awesome.
Zero obscured view. It was really nice. So I had a really good time. I mean, last time I went was 2005, and I barely remember it. But
you're in the nosebleeds too, yeah.
Yeah, and I was in the nosebleeds as well. So this was really cool to watch, and I had a lot of fun. But I've done this before. How was it for you coming into your first big one?
Well, yeah, it's like I've we've seen a couple of Melbourne City wrestling shows, so I understand of the vibe. I think the big difference here is because with the likes of Melbourne City, because they do it once a month, they go fucking hard.
Yeah.
And they go really hard.
Yeah.
Where here, because they have, they save their going hard for the TV tapings.
Yeah.
So that there was enough here to keep you entertained.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like, oh my God, this is kind of what I expected seeing as it's a house show. Yeah. And being SmackDown, and wasn't all the SmackDown roster, it was just the couple that were kind of there before the draft took place, so that any major changes weren't there. So originally the likes of Andrade and Aleister Black were supposed to be on the card, which were the ones that got me the most interested. And Finn Balor originally before he went to NXT. So they were the three that got me most excited. Yeah. And they all have since been shuffled. So I didn't get to see the ones that I wanted. The ones that I really wanted to, like, experience their intro, have that pop, weren't there. Yeah. Saying that though, what was there, I was pretty impressed with. Yeah. I
will pay credit. The Iconics went hard. They went so hard, and that was so much fun to see. To see them like proper in-ring time and proper wrestling, and for long periods of time too. They were in the ring for the majority of their match. Yeah. It was really freaking cool. So props to them.
Yeah. So we'll quickly run through the card as we saw it. It's kicked off with Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper. Yep. Really awesome match. Yeah. I liked seeing Daniel Bryan in person. That made me very, very happy.
Yeah, same.
I enjoyed that.
Was not expecting that first.
No, because they were originally slated for a match at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Next was
I don't remember.
See that I remember the exact order, but then there was who was it? Oh yeah, so we'll go backwards and then we'll work it out. So main eventing was Roman Reigns versus Rowan
in a steel cage.
with that one on TV, the cage seems really awesome. In real life, this obscures your view.
Yeah.
It just makes it really hard to see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because they're big dudes, there was the less of the flippy doo-dah stuff, and it was
Yeah.
just more of just like slams and stuff,
Hard
which was still
hitting
pretty
and
cool.
bit of climbing and stuff.
Like when they did, because it looks like it felt like they mic'd the ring, so like
Yeah.
the good slam kind of made the room
Yeah.
echo. It was very cool. Then you go back, and then it was heel Bailey versus Charlotte Flair, which was very, very cool. That was a killer match. They
Yeah.
went hard.
They went
They
real
committed
hard.
to characters. They just went all out, and that one was probably my highlight.
Yeah,
really.
definitely. It was an amazing match.
And then it was
Ali.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ali
With Sami Zayn.
Shinsuke's intro rocks in
Yeah,
person.
it is so badass in person because it's the atmosphere. You get the screen with the video playing. You get the red lights everywhere. You get that spotlight on Shinsuke. It was phenomenal. It was so much fun.
Then we also had the women's tag team match it was a triple threat. Was the Iconics, Fire and Desire versus the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that
I
was
got no major
amazing.
complaints about that one. They said Iconics got a lot of time, obviously because we're in Australia. Kabuki, this is the thing. House shows you always come out. The results are nothing drastic happens in house shows.
Yeah.
No titles change. Because that'd be weird.
Yeah.
So
so cool.
it still did all right. Like I got to see the insane, the Kairi Sane elbow in person, which blew my mind. I popped my heart like that one.
So that was the second match. So it was,
So the second match, and then it was Kofi versus Randy.
Yep.
In a stupidly long match.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of just like Randy fuck-assing around.
Taking his sweet time and then Kofi mocking him about it.
And then a lot of choke holds. And this is exactly the problem that we had at, Clash? Was it Clash of Champions?
Possibly.
Oh, SummerSlam. I don't know. One of the two pay-per-view matches they had where they kind of just didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could really tell that there was an effect of having Woods out really threw their plans. Yeah. Because it's like, shit. Because what happened during the end of this match, the Revival run in, which was awesome. It was very, oddly enough, I was very excited to the Revival. Yeah. I normally can't stand them, but I saw them in person, I'm like, holy fuck, that's the Revival. That was really cool. They came in and to beat down on Kofi, which brought Big E out, which I popped even harder about.
Yeah, Big E was great.
And then they got Buddy Murphy as their third.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. He had a lot of match time.
Yeah,
because
he
obviously
really
Melbourne boys, everyone was going nuts.
Yeah. And then they, at the end, they did celebrate and make him dance, and it was terrible. It was absolutely bad. But no, it was really cool. So yeah, it was the Daniel Bryan, the Triple Threat Women's Tag Team, then the 6-man tag. Then there was an intermission into Ali and Shinsuke, then Charlotte and Bailey, and then the main event with the cage match. So, split into 3 sections with your intermission. Pretty good spacing. It went really well.
The length of the Kofi and the New Day tag match, and the Kofi Randy match, that really kind of took out it really took a lot of momentum. But luckily, saying that once the admission came in, everyone got a drink, everyone got something to eat, came back. Ali and Shinsuke, and then the energy was awesome until the end.
Shout out to Ali for wearing PopC purple.
He was. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Came all the way to Melbourne in the purples. Look, it was. I still enjoyed myself. Yeah. I think next year, presumably, if they bring a Raw roster out, I'll be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, which usually they do.
Yes, I'm pretty stoked.
Which is, something you'll see. I don't think we spoke about it on screen, but Kofi did mention, they do like 1 year, one brand goes to one, and then the other goes to Saudi, and then they swap.
It wasn't Saudi. It was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was somewhere else. We talked about Saudi Arabia, but there was some. This was off camera conversation. I think it was South America.
Oh, maybe
because they do 2 tours at the same time normally.
Yeah.
That was when it was Monday and Tuesday, but now it's all switched. But that was very cool.
Yeah, so really cool
WWE Live was awesome. We had some really good seats. Yeah, very keen to do it again next year.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll probably
met some cool people.
Yeah. You made friends in the line.
Yeah, made friends in the line, which is awesome. These
who would have thought that this attracted people?
These guys like randomly met Sami Zayn at a vegan donut restaurant, which was like really cool. Yeah, I was like, I knew guys like.
Yeah, vegan coffee shop. Yeah, which is very cool. So he was supposed to have the match with Buddy, but obviously that got shifted. Hence, also the extension of the Randy Kofi match. A couple of things got moved, jiggered around. But yeah. So it was a lot of me standing in the line while these two dudes just talking to Gemma. I'm like, cool.
Hi. That's all right.
And then occasionally like, hey, I'm like, hey.
I'm a noob.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
And I'm just talking old school stuff.
Yeah, no, not even that. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to talk to me. I want to talk to her. Well, I get it. It's fine. I'll just oh, what's over there? But yeah, no, it was over cool. But as we did mention, we did get to go have a chat to Kofi Kingston because of WWE 2K20. So this is the game. Came out this week. It's kind of a shit show, but in almost a fun way. It's very fun to watch everyone's responses on the internet.
I've watched so many.
See all those cool little gifs and stuff.
Yeah, I've watched so many.
The game is proper busted, and it's real and fun. But I enjoyed playing it the other night. Like it's bad enough to be. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
Granted, like when we did play it, and we got caught in the ropes, and it really just breaks the momentum of stuff. That's a whole bummer. It's very funny to make fun of the bad faces.
Yeah.
Because they look really bad.
Yeah.
I do have some more time for it this weekend, so I'll be talking about it more probably in our PlayStation show for the players.
Yeah.
PopC PlayStation podcast. But the best thing, so I went and picked up the collector's edition.
Yes.
Because this is before I knew it was going to be a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I just kind of got excited. But yeah, so there's that. Came with a couple of things which are down here.
Oh, look out.
So it came with a piece of the WWE SmackDown ring skirt from 2002-2008. Downside, it's all squiff. The little plaque there is squiff. The actual mat itself is squiff. As I said in my unboxing, I can't verify, even though apparently it's legit. That just looks like a bit of tarp from Bunnings.
Yeah.
So it could be for all I know. Of course, we got the game itself, which is over here. Yeah. But the thing that made me most excited was this. It's a signed photo of our boy, Kurt Angle.
Two Kurts on that one.
Two Kurts on this. So when we did opens, I was like, man, if I get Edge, I'm going to be so bummed out.
I would have loved that.
If I got Ray, I would have been super bummed out. But
I would have loved Edge.
We got our boy.
We got the boy.
Got our boy.
So That's awesome.
You know how like scout halls and stuff have pictures of the Queen and shit?
Yeah.
This room will have Kurt. It'll be up
Kurt
there.
He'll have to be up here. He has to be on the sign with us.
We'll have him up on the wall, and then as come in, we pay our respects to
the Kurt Angle. to our Angle Kurt.
To our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Not our angel, our Angle Kurt.
Yep. His knees don't bend for our sins. But so as we do say, I picked this up, and lovingly, very kindly, our friends over at 2K did send us a code for the game as well. Because I already own it, I was like, what am I gonna do with it?
She's in with the idea.
Well, because you've already got a copy.
I do. I have a copy waiting
You want
at
a
home for
copy
me.
from a panel at PAX.
Thank you, WrestleBrania.
And I was just thinking about it. I was like, what can we do with it? And who's been really good to us?
Yeah.
And who deserves a little bit back?
Yeah.
The man in the chat over there.
It is.
That
would be
AJ. It's Killer.
The Killer Bites.
So Killer, post this stream. I'm going to send you that code. Because I spoke to Buddy, and Buddy was like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Give it to Killer. So Killer is one of our most loyal fans, listeners. He supports us on Patreon as well. Yeah. And this is probably the least we can do. Here's a garbage game. Congratulations. Message me after this and I'll give you the code. But yeah, so in terms of the actual review itself for this, I will be joining Dash over at Dash Culture sometime next week. We'll be doing a review podcast, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very fun. I can talk about how the hair acts like it's winding. Oh, I already bought the game. Oh, Killer!
You ruined everything.
Fine, we'll give it to somebody else then. Like, kind gesture just got wasted.
Aww.
Lucky the box is empty. Oh, good. It's all good. We'll look at something. We'll do something with the socials. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do.
Giveaway.
But no one wants it. because it's broken.
Yeah.
It's a very tough giveaway.
I mean, but it's also free.
Yeah, people like free.
Yeah.
People like free. But that's all that crap out of the way. 20 minutes deep.
Yeah.
Let's get into what we actually normally do here. We normally talk about RAW.
RAW.
All right, so probably can run through it. It's a pretty quiet week this week. Probably run through it pretty fast, which is nice.
Yep,
because you've had not much sleep.
Yeah.
I have had slightly more sleep. Yeah. Still not enough.
Running on 3 hours.
Give me those supercard codes and we're even, says Killer. And I'm selling those bad boys. I'm making a prof. Man, I posted that. I posted on Instagram and the YouTube, like the video of the unboxing and whatnot. Man, people were like, oh man, can I have the card? Like, oh, no one's offered me money. I'm like,
Killer gives us money every month.
He does. No, one of my clients at work is giving me some cash for him. So
nice.
I know it sounds dirty, but he's a big fan, and he did call dibs.
Yeah.
He called dibs the day I pre-ordered it. He's like, I couldn't get one. Can I buy it? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I did warn you for the record. About what? The game being poo, probably.
Probably about people wanting the codes.
I was too busy marketing. Oh no, he did. He did warn us about the W Supercard.
Yeah.
It did kick off once again. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. I have friends that live near Cleveland, Ohio.
That always makes me think of the Drew Carey shop. The Drew Carey show. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks.
Yeah. So they wouldn't go because he doesn't like wrestling. But
yeah.
Hi, Mike, by proxy. Did kick off with a Hell in a Cell main event recap from the fight, with the Fiend versus Seth Rollins for some reason, because I just want to remind us of that poo ending.
Yeah.
And then would follow up with the Firefly Funhouse and Seth burning it down. But the show itself did kick off with Ric Flair. He makes his way into the ring to essentially drop more promo for Crown Jewel. He was talking about his final pick for his team, and I've wrote here, can we get rid of this old fuck?
Yeah.
Look, it's just this weird thing. I understand. I understand that Ric Flair has a legacy.
Yes.
And when he was young and agile and he was the man about town.
Yep, he had his wits about him.
He would have been amazing.
It was awesome.
But he also comes from a very different time.
Yes.
And I don't think his promo work or even what he talks about.
Yeah. It's not relevant
because the entire thing he's talking about how his pick has been all around town kissing girls and not calling them, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And then they pulled out his pick, and his pick's Drew McIntyre. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I think Drew McIntyre gives least shits about kissing face.
I think he doesn't give a shit about Ric Flair either. I think he's just there.
He's just there to be a shit and wreck people, which is fantastic because that's I
popped hard as shit.
Yeah, man, because Drew McIntyre's been out for about 2 months. He's been off injured, so I did get really excited when he came back.
Me too.
But it was instantly ruined by the presence of Ric Flair.
Yes.
Same as Hulk Hogan as well. As I vented about last week, all this is doing is killing any momentum for current stories.
Yeah.
Because all stories can only last from one Saudi show to another Saudi show.
Yeah.
Because those shows just take over whatever's going around.
Yeah.
So you can't have any long-running arcs because majority of the roster, don't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like, you can't give Daniel Bryan a title run right now because if he'll have to defend it at Saudi Arabia, but he doesn't go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it just makes me so angry.
Yeah, and understandably so. It is a huge waste. And like you said, like Rick, he's 70 years old. He doesn't have his wits about him anymore. And like he just fumbles his words and all it sounds like is he's screaming incoherently. Yeah. And it's not needed. It's definitely like, no thank you. But in saying that, Drew freaking McIntyre.
Yeah. Big time. So they come out and he talks about essentially him happy to be back and ready to rock some face, but Ric Flair...
It's going to get uncomfortable.
Yeah, Ric Flair said some things, apparently, and then one of them was something about Ricochet, saying, Ricochet turned up and we got Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet.
Yeah.
Fucking killer match.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
This was a tough one for me because it was that situation of, ooh... who's going to win?
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Because, Ricochet's rad. And Ricochet's fantastic.
Yep.
But Drew McIntyre is brilliant, fresh, and ready to fuck shit up. I'm gonna open the window. It's kind of hot.
He's ready to make it uncomfortable. He said in his words.
Like the back of a Volkswagen?
Like the back of a Volkswagen. So yes, like really good match. What dampened it for me was when they cut to Kayla interviewing Ric Flair ringside. That was so unnecessary as well, and he was just again stumbling over his words.
Yeah, so
and yelling and wooing.
He's just being incoherent. Going about, when we see the Hulk at SmackDown this weekend at Cleveland, Ohio. Wait, we're Cleveland here right now. Kansas City. I'm like, you fucking old prick. Like,
yeah, he had no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he just didn't know. He didn't even know where he was. Yeah. Clearly, saying that though. So during this match, all they did on commentary was just straight up just like mention over and over and over again how Ricochet is a real life superhero.
Yeah.
And then Jerry the King Lawler, another old fuck that should go away.
Yeah.
Was like, you want a fact about Cleveland, Ohio?
Superman's from here.
Superman's from here. No, he isn't. He's from Kansas City.
Wow, I did not pick that up. Wow.
So both old fucks got the location wrong.
And then he started calling Drew McIntyre Superman.
They are both fucking idiots. They are outdated and they need to go.
And that's the show. See you later.
They are both Hall of Famers. Fucking good on them. Like, wheel them out. They do not need to be here anymore.
Yeah, exactly it. I can understand what they're doing for Crown Jewel, but it's wasted. It's so wasted.
There are,
they could do
I
so much better.
guarantee you, there are tons of other commentators, like probably down in Performance Center learning shit that would be staggeringly better than Lawler.
Kick Lawler out, bring Renee back.
Yeah, obviously Renee. There was what's his name? Byron Saxton.
Yeah.
He was good.
Byron
he was really
great.
good. Bring Byron back. Like, the only thing, he always seemed weaker compared to Corey because of the character dynamics that they had.
Yeah.
But he was fine. He's fucking better than Lawler.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely agree. But let's move on.
It made me so mad because that's just... It's relatively common knowledge.
Yeah.
Because it's all about him being a, country boy from Kansas.
Yeah. AJ did just drop in that he loves Dio Madden on commentary. Please give me more anime reference. I definitely agree with that.
See, and that's the thing.
And I love that they keep cutting to Dio as well. They're like, what do you think, Dio? And I love that they keep cutting to him because I love hearing from Dio.
Yeah, because Dio talked about LARPing the other week. He talks about anime. If anything, he should have been like, he's from Kansas City, you fucking moron.
Yeah, right. But no, you can't say that to the king.
I would, but you're a fucking moron. Jerry the King Lawler, at me, you fucking suck. But the match was...
You heard it first.
Aside from that, the match was fucking spectacular.
Yeah, match was amazing.
I really enjoyed it. The win did go to Drew McIntyre with the Claymore kick.
Oh, of course.
Because it's one of those things that Claymore just decimates a face and...
knock your brain out the back of your head.
Yeah, so watching the match go, because there was that ebb and that flow between the two, I was like, I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Like, Ricochet had the upper hand for a while. There's a spectacular moonsault from the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a 2.8 kick.
Yeah.
It was, absolutely brilliant.
So good.
But yeah, sadly... it's I can't even say sadly because I was happy of both results.
Yeah.
But yeah, the winner was Drew, and then he did proceed to a post-match beatdown.
Yes.
Including an Alabama slam onto the ring, onto the stairs.
Alabama,
And then we get to backstage with an OC promo, just shit talking the Street Profits.
Yep, telling them that the smoke is illegal here in Cleveland.
Yeah. Apparently, the smoke does not mean the smoke. It means a fight.
Yeah.
So when they say we want the smoke, it means we want to fight. Which,
fun fact, we do find out later in the show, which I did not know. Street Profits, Montez Ford, he is a Cleveland boy. So they're in his hometown.
Married to Bianca Belair.
I did not know that one.
Yeah, Montez, yes.
Yeah, Montez.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, well, there's your... Well, I didn't know that. Like, Reddit told me that.
Yeah.
There was a big thread. Someone's like, what does... Well, they want the smoke mean? Does it mean what I think it means? They're like, no, it means fight.
They want to fight.
And everyone's like, how do you...
Oh, wait, I get it. Because, in cartoons, when they get into biffs and, the cloud of smoke... Yep, they want the smoke. I get it now.
Yeah, that's want a biff.
Yeah, they just want to
Because I assumed it was a pot reference too. But then, following that thread, they're like, oh, no, it's street slang for fight.
That's cool. I like that.
Killer says, can we bring back Booker T instead of Lawler?
Right?
Yes. Yes, we can. I'm okay with that because Booker T is fucking awesome on pay-per-views.
And we can do it 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times. Sorry, I had to.
But it's that weird line. I do have to make that. Like, I guess I kind of have to make the same rule. If I'm angry at these old pricks, can I be not angry at other old pricks? Like,
yeah. Yeah, no, you definitely can.
It's about giving new people opportunities, and it's not happening.
Booker T's relevant in what he's doing. He's keeping up to date with things. He
knows.
It's clearly like
He knows who's on
Lawler
the
hasn't
phone.
done his research. No. Booker T has.
Yeah, it's all good.
Anyway.
But the promo was all right.
Yeah.
What I do love is because obviously they can't swear here, and they used to swear in Japan. So when they're like,
mother lovers.
yeah, put it here, mother lovers. Oh
God,
love it.
It's so cringy.
Next up was a small little showcase for Andrade, Buddy, and Aleister Black from the draft because these guys got brought across. It was awesome that they put enough time and effort to give them a little supercut.
Yeah,
I was very happy with that.
definitely.
Pardon me, because all three of them recent call-ups.
Yes.
With Andrade and Aleister Black. Oh, Andrade's been around for a while.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Aleister Black came around earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Around the same time as Ricochet, but
Yeah.
they also brought in Gargano and Ciampa at that
Yeah.
time. But then Gargano went back after Ciampa got injured.
Yeah.
Which he's back now.
Yes,
Came back
he
last
is.
week. I watched that match this afternoon after Raw. Oh, fuck, it's good to have him back.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Cool. So then next up, Aleister Black's sitting in his room again. Me like, want to pick a fight with some motherfucker, but he's shirtless this time. Normally he's rocking the suit, so he's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. He's ready to pick
a
fight
with me. Cuts the ad break, comes back, entrance, comes in. I get excited, as I always do. And he's taking on a gentleman named Jason Reynolds, and I wrote, fucking who?
Exactly. This pissed me off because as soon as I saw it, I messaged Ryan and I said, they've got an entire brand new roster on Raw and they have Aleister facing a jobber.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Get fucked. I was ready to just turn it off and leave. I was like, you know what? Fucked it. I want nothing to do with you right now, Raw. You have an entire roster of probably 70 people now, and you give him a jobber? Why don't you take your jobber and stick it up your ass? Fucking ugh. Pissed. I'm so mad.
And the worst thing about it wasn't a squash match. The jobber got some kicks in and got him down. I'm like, really? Some random guy got Aleister Black down to a knee. Really?
What about the Lucha House Party?
Yeah, that's like a hit. Didn't they get rostered to?
I thought they went to Raw.
I don't care.
I don't know, but there is literally 69 other people that they could have pegged him against, and they get Jobby McJobbers in.
Killer gives you a hug in the chat.
Thank you, because I am fucking mad.
It was
so
poo.
mad.
But it did end with him doing his little choke thing, which he did give it a name.
It's called the
Dark Ritual or something.
No, I sent you the name of it. I've completely forgotten.
Yeah, me
it.
too. But it's apparently it's like a dragon choke or something. So it's him behind his back, and he's kind of got him which was on SmackDown.
They are SmackDown. Who cares? There's 69 other people that they could have pinned him against.
It could be fucking anybody.
It could have been. It literally could have been.
Didn't Drake Maverick get signed to Raw for some reason?
Yeah, why not Drake?
So he did the cool. I think it's called the Dark Ritual. Or
something like that.
Dark Ritual. Yeah. Cool. So chokes him out. Ding, ding, ding. Win. Fine.
Yeah.
AOP promo.
That was badass.
Yeah, fucking as always.
I am so excited.
For someone like
because they're Raw now.
So they announced they've been picked as sort of as free agents.
Mavericks also says like that. What about AOP?
Yeah, AOP decimated. So AOP were prominent back when I started watching. So around this time last year, AOP were tag team champions on Raw with Drake Maverick as their mouthpiece.
Yes.
So I didn't get them at the time. I'm like, I don't fucking get them.
Yeah.
Why should I care? Because I think they had come up from NXT just recently.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really feel Maverick as their... I don't know what it was. Something about last year, it just wasn't landing for me.
Yeah.
But here, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, you're listening intently. And I think, it adds to their mystery, the fact that they speak in their native tongue. Like you are.
I love it. Oh,
yeah,
what an
fully
awesome touch.
engaged in everything they have to say, and their demeanor and everything, it really does. It gets to you, and it's in a good way.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm very keen to see them to come back, because what I do know of them, when I went back and watched old War Games, pay-per-view, and yeah, they were part of a team with who would later become part of Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong.
Yep.
And it was awesome. They're just picking people up and fucking them up.
Love it.
Next up was the King's Court.
Yep. Yeah.
With Rusev. Hey!
Yeah.
So Jerry, the butt-faced Lawler, at me, was there to talk about this whole situation currently with Rusev, Lana, and Bobby Lashley.
BB.
With, as we mentioned, the beautifully soap opera thing between this love triangle.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yep. So basically, Lawler's like, "Hey, you have to have something to say about this," and Rusev's like, "Bobby Lashley's a nobody, and call me stupid, but I still wear my wedding ring, and I'm hoping for that fairy tale ending with Lana." And Bobby cuts in on the screen and is like, "Hey, like, I'm at dinner with your wife," and she's like, "Hey, you remember this restaurant? Oh no, you don't, because I told you I wanted you to take me here and you never did, but Bobby brings me here." And he's just like, "Well, I know where they are now, so I'm gonna go find them," and just storms out of the King's Court.
Yeah. So comment on that. Bobby Lashley looked fucking exceptional in that suit.
Yeah,
looked really good in that
really
suit.
good in
And
the suit.
Lana, I don't know what she was wearing, but it was a dress with a hole in it and then just duct taped her boobs together.
Yep.
I didn't know what it was.
It was an outfit.
It was an outfit. And I was like,
Yep.
all right.
And they dropped the album. Bobby and Lana dropped the L word. They were telling each other they love each other. It was full on. But then
It was a very happy Rusev day, says Killer.
Yeah. But yeah, Rusev just storms out, and thank God, because I couldn't have ended a King's Court quicker.
Yeah, I'm happy that ended.
Yep.
Yeah, that was all right. So next up was Andrade versus Sin Cara.
Yep.
Before the match did kick off, though, Andrade and Zelina are walking in. Zelina delivers an awesome promo.
Yep.
Talks
That's
a
always
little bit about
Sin Cara.
About Sin Cara.
Yep.
Which apparently means a man with no face.
Yep.
I didn't know that. That was very cool.
Which Jerry Lawler pissing me off again. Constantly
Continuously reminded.
Yeah, continuously reminded. We get it. We heard it the first time. We know.
Yeah, I heard it. I was like, I like that. That's fucking cool. I didn't know that.
Exactly, because he's a faceless man, and they did give like a shout out to all the charity work that Sin Cara does. He's a very, very giving, very loving man. He does a lot for his community. He did make his comeback to the ring in Mexico like a week or so ago. So it was really cool to see him back in the ring. Really awesome. But yeah, Zelina goes on to say things like, lucky for you, you will be a man with no face at the end of this match,
and no victory.
Yeah,
in your face.
and no victory. Yep, because Andrade's here to ruin careers.
Yeah.
So really cool. I do vibe Zelina and Andrade. I do vibe initially I hate it, but I get it now. Like I do get that Zelina's interferences are an integral part of Andrade's routine in the ring. So it's really cool to see that he utilizes her so well.
Yeah, but it's not a situation of it's an actual, almost like a tag team.
Yeah.
So he'll throw the person into the ropes, giving her the opportunity to do something.
Yeah.
So rather than her waiting, and then it's that they have that unspoken connection.
Yeah.
Just
unlike Sami Zayn just jumping in the ring.
Yeah. So an example, this is what did cost Sin Cara the win, is Andrade whips him into the ropes, kind of contacts the ref turns around, gets up in his face, and then Zelina is there. She Hurricanrana off the apron, wrecks Sin Cara. Andrade jumps in, throws him in the ring, hammerlock DDT.
Yeah. Android for the win.
Yeah. But no, I'm a big fan of Andrade. He's really winning me over.
Yeah, he really is too. And
Zelina's great.
And she's gorgeous too.
Yeah. Speaking of outfits. Whoa.
Oh, I did have a bit of a laugh when she chucked the tantrum. She chucked a full-blown tantrum at the ringside, and she was just squealing, and I was like, yes. And then Jared the King Lawler said something about not wanting to date her or something. I was like, shut up. Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely beautiful when she chucks her little tanties and stuff as well. It just adds to that edge of everything.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like it.
So good.
Next, we had a backstage interview with Humberto Carrillo.
Umberto.
I don't care.
The H is silent. Umberto
I
Carrillo.
still don't care. So this guy was from 205.
I call him Dimples because he's got some really cute cheek dimples. So his nickname is Dimples. So when we talk about him, we can just call him Dimples.
Yeah, so Dimples was there. He was watching the TV from that awkward angle as they do, because he just recently come up with 205, sort of quietening down. He just had it was in a title picture, triple threat with Nice and Gulak. So he had a good run over there. But he's over here now, wearing some like Power Rangers looking thing.
Awesome, looked so cool. Very broken English. But it was a cool little promo on what he was saying. He's talking about how, like, you know, he's been in a championship picture. He wants another one. He's going to be a humble and good and kind champion, unlike, you know, the likes of Seth Rollins, who plays with fire. You know, very broken English.
Burns down people's houses and shit.
Yeah, it was very cute. It was very sweet. You can tell, obviously, his first big night. He's a bit nervous, but Dimples did good. And I loved it. It was super cool. It was really fun to watch. So it was really exciting to see him get his little time there.
Next up was a exceptional backstage promo by the Street Profits.
Oh, ridiculously good. Yeah. Those guys are the best of the best of the best.
They are absolutely fantastic.
Oh, they're so good.
They're sort of a rebuttal to
what they'd heard earlier
from the OC. And it was on point. It was like because of the nature of their of them, they're really high energy and like punching, and it's all a real good time. And then like right towards the end of it, Montez kind of like angers down and centers, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, and they're like bouncing and they're separated, and then they slowly just start to gravitate together, and they start staring at the camera and getting all like
smoke. I'm like,
crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just like so over.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
I'm totally in on the Street Profits.
And the fact that they did mention, obviously, tonight we will be in the main event, our first match on Raw, making history. I was like, yes!
Yeah, man.
So hyped. So hyped to
stoked.
finally see them in the ring.
Next up was a Truth 24/7 Championship segment. He was hiding in the back of a van, back of a trailer, truck, big fucking thing. He sneaks his way out, gets in the as he's wandering around, sees one of the Singh brothers or the Bollywood boys.
Yeah, they call them Bollywood boys now.
Yeah, so while being distracted by one, roll up on the other, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Truth loses it. Yeah. Truth gets confused because he wasn't sure whether there was two of them.
He goes, either I have double vision or there's two of them. And I was like, fucking hell, Truth. Kills me. I absolutely love him. Love him.
Yep. Next up was another tag team match: Viking Raiders versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
Viking Raiders look awesome as always. Yeah. Back a little bit of a gorilla promo with Ryder and Hawkins talking about how they want to go in there and win.
They don't want to be called the underdogs anymore. They want to be called winners.
Yep. They're like, maybe we can get a pyro back. When they enter.
No pyro. It was so funny. It was so funny. I was like,
but thankfully they didn't. They weren't like, yeah. That you can see them going to go, and then just keep going with it. Like there was no like
true sportsman.
Yeah, there was no stop. Yeah, there was no stoppage. It was just like,
beautiful.
All right, let's keep going.
Fine, let's go. Yeah, it's so cute. I love it so much. Speaking of pyro, Kofi did mention that they've got their pyro back. He was stoked. Super stoked.
What do you think?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Obviously, like Hawkins and Ryder against the Viking Raiders, they're gonna get squashed. Like literally,
it kind of went down that way.
Literally and figuratively, but it's still awesome to see the power of the Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
And it never gets old. And the fact that they're not facing Jobby McJobberface, it's a lot nicer. Yeah. I appreciate it a bit more.
This is exactly what we wanted. Like I wanted these guys to demonstrate their skill, their power, their strength against the locker room. Like people that are there, and that's what I was saying. So I can't complain here because this is exactly what I wanted.
Exactly.
But yeah, and of course, Viking Raiders do get a win with the Viking experience because why would they not?
I know.
It was cool. I love those guys. They're still fantastic. Yeah. Next, we cut to Rusev. We cut to Bobby Lashley and Lana sitting in the restaurant. The manager walks up and be like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. Can you like fuck off?"
Yeah.
Because
I need to ask you to leave because I don't want any trouble in my restaurant.
Because we hear your husband is on his way.
Word has it your husband is on his way. And we don't want any trouble.
Yeah. Next thing, hard zoom out. He comes in, just starts wrecking shop.
Lana's like standing on a chair somewhere, just squealing.
With like a high heel as a weapon.
This is illegal. Arrest him. It's illegal, arrest him. And I was just like, please stop screeching. You sound
Like, don't
like
run
a
around
galah.
too much because that duct tape ain't
That's not
doing-
holding.
Yeah.
But yeah, squealing, and obviously police get a hold of him and they do arrest him, and he gets carried away, and they're like, and I'm just like, please stop squealing. Lana, shut up.
This is awesome. I enjoyed it.
It was so good though.
Once
It
again,
was
it's doubling
perfect.
down on the soap opera, and I love it.
And it was so good. It is so the young and the restless, and we are the young and the restless, and it's just tying in so beautifully. Thank you for catering to us, Vince McMahon. We know you watch. Thank you for.
I think it's Paul. Hey man.
Yeah, thanks for feeding us. We love you.
Yes, that got me excited. Next, Rey Mysterio comes out with an arm in a sling. So I wrote injured again.
Yep. Yeah. So he's still injured. He comes out talking about
He's always
how
fucking injured.
Yeah, he's talking about how he's training with Cain Velasquez to make sure that come Crown Jewel, he will not only take Brock Lesnar's title again, but he will definitely give him a matching scar on the opposite cheek. And then speaking of Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen,
my name
is Paul Heyman. But yeah, he comes in and he talks about like how like no, that's not gonna happen. Like, you know, typical Paul Heyman promo, getting real mad about it. And then for some reason, Shelton Benjamin shows up.
Yeah. So Benjamin comes out and he's like, essentially just getting up in Ray's shit. He's like, it's kind of bullshit, right?
Oh, yeah, 'cause
you had a title shot. You and your son get the shit kicked out of you. So now Kane's in the title picture. What's that? That math doesn't check out.
Yeah.
So then he gets in the ring. He's like, so
I'm friends with Brock Lesnar.
I'm friends with Brock, and this makes me wonder, like,
if I beat you.
yeah. So if I push you around, does that mean I'm gonna get a shot? Like, is that the United States Championship? Is that the Intercontinental Championship? And just right up in his fucking face. He's like, huh?
And like Ray's like, no, man, you've got it wrong. This is about family. And it's like, Brock Lesnar is my family. Like, when he was coming up, I was the one who was training him. I was there with him. Me. Like, and then Cain Velasquez.
So where's your friend, huh? Where's your fucking friend, huh?
Yep.
Oh, fuck, your friend's here.
Yeah. And then he gets proper like stiff punched a lot.
Yeah, so Velasquez comes in, grabs Benjamin, does a couple of drops on him. Not the best drops, but they were all right.
Yeah.
But those stiff shots on his side,
Right
I'm like,
oh, you would not want to be on the receiving end of that.
man, that was pretty gnarly.
But it was pretty cool. Like, it was fun. I've not seen Shelton Benjamin on a microphone in a long time. So it was a little bit of fun for me because that goes back a decade ago for me. You know, Shelton Benjamin's been around a long time. So it was a bit of fun to see him talking and seeing him getting a little bit beat up. That was a nice little... That was a nice little...
I enjoyed seeing Shelton get beat up.
Yeah, I enjoyed seeing him getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah. It was
Shelton
cool.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
It was alright.
Shelton
Next up was Seth
Benjamin.
Rollins promo, bullshitting about fucking Seth Rollins.
Firefly Funhouse and burning it down
Firefly
and-
Funhouse, and because he's got the Universal Championship match at Crown Jewel where can't be stopped for any reason. Quote.
Yeah. And as he's talking about, like, you know, maybe the Fiend is in my head, whatever, yada yada. He's like, hold on a second, Chuck. And he looks over and he walks over to Humberto Carrillo. Carrillo. Humberto Carrillo.
Umberto
And-
Carmelo.
Dimples.
Dimps.
Walks over to Dimples and he's just like, hey, mate. I heard what you had to say earlier. He's like, as a champion, sometimes you got to make decisions. Not always the best decisions, not always the decisions everyone wants, but you got to make the right one. He's like, and you want to talk a bit of smack about me? He's like, I did what I had to do as a champion. He's like, but, you know, I appreciate you. I appreciate your goal. How about you and me have a match tonight, right now? And walks away.
Which makes sense because before he didn't have a shirt on. Before he had a shirt on.
Yeah, and now he doesn't.
And
have a
now
shirt
Dimps, no shirt on.
on. Yep. So Dims is just smiling politely, and he's like, "Okay."
Okay.
And then next minute,
So he had no idea what was to say.
yep,
Say.
Seth Rollins v. Umberto Carrillo.
Yeah, so Seth Rollins comes in. He kicks,
Just a regular
he kicks it off.
sanctioned
Just a
one-fall match.
regular match. Yeah, and then Dimple's music goes off. He comes in as well. As he's walking down the ring, Jerry Lawler says one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking heard. You want to hear what he said?
I remember.
I got a text from Beyonce. She says he has cute nipples.
No, dimples.
Nope. Nipples. It sounded like fucking nipples.
He said dimples.
I'm positive it was nipples.
He said dimples.
Either way, both still bad.
He's got cute dimples and nipples.
Yeah. I was like, really? Just because you can't talk about ladies' boobs anymore? You got to talk about the man boobs now?
Man puppies. Nah, he definitely 110% said dimples.
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, it may have, but in that moment
I was
went,
listening a lot more attentively than you were. He definitely said dimples.
I was thinking
because
about
I had to listen and I couldn't watch. I was listening very intently.
Yeah.
He definitely said dimples. Ridiculous. But Dimples gave Rollins a run for his money.
Yeah, it was an alright match, actually.
This is what I like about Humberto Carrillo, is his typical luchador background. Very fast, very high flying.
Killer. What the actual fuck? Why, for the love of God, why? But why Beyonce? Why the fuck would Lawler talk to Beyonce?
I know. Ridiculous. But yeah, beautiful match. Absolutely beautiful match. I had so much fun with that one. It was so cool, so fast. Like, you couldn't tell what was going to happen. Like, Seth was getting like this close to getting like losing. It was full on. Beautiful match. Obviously, Seth does get the win from a stomp because Humberto, being, you know, a newer guy, he tries the same thing 2 times in a row, and Seth picks up on it straight away, being a veteran, essentially. So, yeah, counters it, gets the stomp, and afterwards, while he's about to leave, he walks over, and Humberto's like, oh, shit, like, what's going to happen here? And everybody's like, oh, Seth is going to attack the block here.
Fuck him up.
And then he just extends a hand, and they have a very respectful shake. And then he leaves.
No.
It was a beautiful little ending. Definitely a really good run for his money. I mean, it's great because, like, obviously Seth still stays strong, but it's made Humberto look ridiculously strong as well, giving Seth Rollins a run for his money. That is huge on Seth for you know, showing that gratitude to somebody for giving him a run for his money.
Yeah.
So that was huge. That was awesome.
Well, because like old Dimps, like he's obviously good because
Nips.
you know he had a title shot at 205.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
he's not some rando that came out of nowhere. Like, he's got skills. So it was very cool to get to demonstrate those skills.
Yeah.
In like the second last
Really
match
good.
of the night.
I can't wait to see more.
Look, I honestly don't give a fuck
I
about
want to see
Dimps.
Humberto and Andrade.
I don't care about Dimps at all.
I wanna see them.
Not even a little bit.
Like,
that's the one thing about this match. I kind of phased in and out of it
I love him.
because
I like
couldn't
Dimples.
care.
He's cute. I like watching him.
Yeah, I can tell. He's certainly cute. He's certainly like not an unattractive man.
He looks about 16, but he's cute.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Nah, damn. And then finally, the main event of the night, the OC versus the Street Profits. Street Profits come out first. Awesome. Absolutely fantastic. They're already in the crowd.
Yeah, they're like, their entrance is coming through the crowd. It was awesome.
They come on the stage and they're like, and they just kind of fuck off in different directions.
Yeah.
And they're just in the crowd, like holding drinks up and shit. And
Yeah, so cool. So cool. And obviously, first entrance ever. Like, it's going to be an extended, long, fun one. And it was so long and it was so fun. And the entire time I was just like, yeah, like, you could do this all night and I don't care. Like, you don't need to wrestle. Like, this is fun. So good.
Then the OC come out, mic'd up, and they're like, "Hey, this is a 3-on-3 match, man. Where's your third?"
Well, no, the tag match is Gallows and Anderson versus.
Originally, it was supposed to be a 3-on-3.
And they're like, you know, who's like AJ's like, I thought you had somebody who had your back. Who's got your back, huh? Oh, wait, let me guess. They're invisible. Oh, no, they don't actually even exist. No. But I'm taller than you and my hair's better, so I'm better because I'm AJ Styles.
Yeah, I'm the fourth BJ over here.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
So I was wondering where you were going.
I got distracted because Killer's just like Gemma like Dimples until Randaddy destroys him.
Speaking of, we didn't comment on you seeing Randaddy in person.
Oh, I did see Randaddy in person, and it was very moist in the venue.
We didn't bring enough towels.
Yeah, it was a good time. I was like, he was just moving so slow, and when he was like on the edge of the ropes, I was just like, "Do it, Daddy, do it!" And he was just like, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, it was, and then the floodgates opened.
Yeah, the slow motion,
and many of the men in the room.
Yeah. It was a good time. Anyway, back to the OC.
You got human.
Yeah, so they like obviously AJ's just talking smack, comes down to the ring, the match gets going. Sick match.
Very much so.
Yeah, very sick match. Super exciting to see. I don't know, like I couldn't help but laugh at Street Profits outfits. Like, they look like real haphazard basketballers.
Yeah,
like, they look
that
like
mixed with,
basketballs on the street.
Mixed with college gym.
Yep.
As in, like,
college gym basketball. Yeah.
Like, and college wrestlers, yeah.
Yep. College wrestlers, college gym basketballers.
Because they've got, like, the straps and the long pants and
the socks and stuff. Yep, definitely. Like, but sick. It was so sick, especially going up with guys that are like double their size and stuff like that. Like, it was really freaking cool. Obviously, AJ starts to get involved towards the end of the match. Shit's going down, and then we hear KO comes storming down to like stunner AJ Styles straight away.
Yeah, because so as music kicks in, you see AJ and he's like, fuck!
Yeah.
And then gets off the rope, walks in,
yep, just walks straight into a stunner, which did give the opening for the Street Profits to get the win.
Very much so.
I didn't catch the name of their finisher, but it was
yeah, so it was essentially a giant frog splash from Montez,
Yeah, but yeah, absolutely awesome. That was so sick. And then this made me laugh because I did catch the end of this just before I got in. As they were leaving, friggin' Montez is in the crowd.
They're back in the crowd, just
somebody's baby.
Yeah.
He took somebody's child and he's standing there dancing with his child in the crowd. Dawkins walks away.
The kid's having a ball.
Yeah. Dawkins comes back and he's just playing with his hands and this kid's like, ah! And he's like this big black wrestling dude all sweaty with this little white baby just like, ah!
And the baby had a great. The baby wasn't like, the baby was having a ball.
The baby was laughing, like having the best time, all smiles. I was like, oh, that's the cutest. And they're just like partying with this baby. It was so cute. I wonder if the baby went to their after party.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That does bring us to the end of Raw. How would you rate it this week?
This week, I was really impressed.
Yeah, me too.
There was like a few little down points. Obviously, the Aleister Black thing really bummed me out. But overall, combined with what we had yesterday as well, I'm on a super high today. So I'm going to give it 2 curtains. Oh,
you're generous. I'm a curtain bar. I enjoyed it. I felt it could have been better. I felt that I probably should. It really got hindered by more Crown Jewel crap.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem is because like once Crown Jewel's done in a week and a bit, like when Survivor Series is 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you know what I mean? So it's a situation of like the build up to Survivor Series is hindered once again because of this.
Yeah.
And then doubling down on Crown Jewel. Because they mentioned some of the other matches. Obviously, there's the Velasquez match, Tyson Fury match. They announced Mansoor, who's like the Saudi Arab wrestler on NXT, is having a match against Cesaro.
Yeah.
Which makes sense why they would do that because he won that Battle Royal Royal Rumble last year.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
You know, so it kind of makes sense. Killis also greases a curtain bar for me. Lawler and the Aleister Black match ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Like it was just these couple of things that really brought it down, but everything else was kind of tight.
Yeah.
And there was no real major complaints overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as we always do, we end the show with the dirt sheet. It's our good friend Dash. He scours the interwebs, goes and finds all the info that we need to know about to talk about Florida wrestling. Now, I'm trying to find where it was because I got it and I don't know where it went. Library. Yeah. Nope, that's not right. All right, talk amongst yourselves. My bad. Do. Hey there, Dash. There it is, and I found it.
Awesome.
1, 2. 3 bits of news.
Ooh, bring it on.
As I rub my eye. Getting ready. Prince Devitt returns. After a few weeks of mysterious absence from the Demon King, Finn Balor has finally returned to the Black and Gold brand, teasing on social media that, quote, his past would become his future. Speaking of, he delivered an incredible promo on NXT about how when you are at a crossroads, sometimes you need to retread the path that you've already walked.
Yeah.
See where you have been and how it shaped where you are now.
Yeah.
And, you know, what your missteps were, what your strengths were. So the idea of coming back to NXT to retrace and really go down that path.
Yeah.
After this week's main event, the Undisputed Era we're having an in-ring stare down with DIY's Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Only to have Balor come out to supposedly help the duo, so he's standing in the middle of them, and this would lead Finn to suddenly turn and kick Gargano in the fucking face. So they're standing there in the ring, and like Balor gets to take his jacket off, and then just almost, what are they, like a Pele kick, the basketball kick, just soccer bicycle, just rocks the side of Gargano's face, drops him.
Wow.
Absolutely exceptional.
I need to watch that tonight.
This would lead for him to suddenly turn and against the team, with Balor attacking both members and feeding Ciampa over to former Bullet Club ally Adam Cole. As Balor left the ring, all members of Undisputed Era flashed their trademark hand gesture, the UE, waiting for Balor to respite, only for Balor to signal his old Japan rock and roller. I think it's that. It's like a Pele kick. Thank you, Killer.
Yeah.
Rock and roll gimmick. Old New Japan rock and roller gimmicks. Bullet Club twin hand gesture towards Gargano.
Yeah.
There's been major speculation with Balor turning heel, and the company would fend off using the Demon King gimmick and have Balor lead the Undisputed Era into the main roster a la the Bullet Club.
Ooh.
While there are no plans right now for Balor to revert to his ring name, there is some rumor that there will be a name change that will revolve around the old Prince Devitt name returning in some form.
Ooh.
Fucking awesome.
That's exciting. That is so exciting.
If you've ever got time, if you jump on YouTube, there is I think it's a 4-part video series last I saw that was all about the history of the Bullet Club and how it started and where it got to sort of at that point. They talk about how the likes of Adam Cole being involved and how AJ Styles overthrew it at one point and then he took it out and that's when Finn headed over to WWE. It's an awesome storyline about it all and it's absolutely fucking fascinating. And I can, when you watch that, you really understand why WWE want their own Bullet Club, because it's just rad. And it's and this is cool because this is a return of stables. Yeah. If it goes this way, because with AEW over there creating their stables, like obviously the Elite and now the Inner Circle, stables are popular and they've always and for some reason WWE have always stayed away from them. Yeah. So it kind of makes no sense. Yeah. So to bring them back in, it totally makes sense. It's very cool. And as Killer Boy mentions in the chat, I liked reaction from the members of the OC as well. So obviously they've done some similar posting, which is awesome. And I did like smiley face Finn. Yeah. But from what I've seen of him as heel Devitt, fucking exceptional. I'm really excited because because it was that situation of well, why would he need to go back to NXT? Yeah. And if it's all in back because the Undisputed Era have been rumored to be coming up all the time. Yeah. But how do you bring 4 dudes up? Yeah. This is how you bring 4 dudes up. Big thumbs up from me. Quote, CM Punk wants a quote big bag from WWE.
He's always had big demands.
During an appearance on the My Mum's Basement podcast, awesome name, CM Punk set the record straight about the rumors of him returning to the ring at some point. Quote, for 5 years, I've always been asking that question. No matter what I say, it gets reduced to clickbait and it gets warped. I've gone through so many iterations of people saying, oh, Punk hates wrestling. None of that was ever the case. I think I've always been open to it. My attitude has always been that I don't see it happening. I think I've talked about it more recently, but my attitude hasn't changed. People always ask, what would it take to go back? And I say it would take a big bag. So people use their imaginations. Yeah. Whenever a mystery opponent is announced, they'll think it is CM Punk. There is nothing wrong with them trying to do that. That they texted me secondhand an offer, and I was like, real offers only. Please. Yeah. So this is matching up to something similar that he said about AEW, how there was offers made via text message, and he was like, real offers only, mate. Yeah. And on top of that, he had an interview with Collider, and he had that discussion around when people say they want Punk, they want back then Punk. Yeah. Now Punk is completely. It's not the same guy. Yeah. So what they're asking for, they probably won't get. Yeah. Even if I was to come back and give it a real good go, you're not going to get the same thing. Yeah, exactly it. A lot changes in 5 years. A lot does change in 5 years. How do you think these negotiations would go? What's your thoughts? I don't think they would. I think Punk is in a position where even though he says a big bag, I don't think he's ready to come back to it. I think mentally it's... Do you think it's one of those things by requesting big bags, big dollars, do you think that's him trying to price himself out of having to do it? I definitely think so, yeah. Yeah, 100%. There is that they didn't offer me enough money. Yeah. But what if we offer you that money? it's not enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that like, you know, like, oh, I could do it, but I just can't have my leg. And, you know.
That's exactly it.
And finally, Eric Bischoff speaks out.
Yes.
During his recent 83 Weeks podcast, Eric Bischoff talked about his firing from WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, I'm not going to spend too much time clearing up the rumor and innuendo because it's out there and I think people are smart enough to see through the bullshit that they read on dirt sheets, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't want to get negative, but I'm going to say a couple of things that I'll have a lot more to say at some point in time. My feelings right now are, number one, I was really grateful for the opportunity, to work at WWE, and it was an opportunity. Bad sentence. It didn't work out the way I wanted to work out, and it didn't work out clearly the way that Vince McMahon wanted it to work out, but that happens. I'm not taking any of it personally. I'm taking a hard look at it and thinking it through. But more than anything, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. And part of the reason I am is because I had a chance to work with a great team of people. Their writing staff for SmackDown in particular, as well as a lot of the other writers who were on Raw. They are a very, very talented, who are unbelievably hardworking, dedicated group of people. Just to have the opportunity to work with people like that in of itself was worth this experiment. I didn't come here thinking I was going to be with WWE for 5 or 10 years. I looked at it as a relatively short-term opportunity, maybe 2 or 3 years. I didn't think it would be quite this short-term, but sometimes that happens. The WWE is a great company with a very defined culture and process, and I didn't necessarily fit into it, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Very interesting.
It's a good response.
He's, very, very good in his responses. He's a very well-spoken man, Eric Bischoff. Very well-spoken. I believe he's touring out here sometime.
He was originally, but then he got canned to go do SmackDown.
Okay, yeah.
So I assume he's going to come back at some point.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake's coming around early next year.
Yeah.
If you're interested. But yeah, so there's a good things there. The thing that has me the most excited about this is obviously the Finn Balor, what the speculation of what this could become. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched a lot of NXT recently because the kind of part of the problem is a lot of people that I really cared about got called up.
Yep.
And those that are left, there's only a couple that I care for.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Undisputed fan, Gargano fan, Ciampa fan, Riddle fan, Velveteen Dream fan. So that's a good number of people there.
Yeah.
And they kind of fight amongst themselves, which is very nice. But then, obviously, what the point of NXT is, they showcase younger, more fresher talent. And sometimes they don't always land for me.
Yeah.
So I kind of pick and choose what I watch from NXT. Like recently, like Rhea Ripley's now part of NXT.
Yeah, she's come up from the UK.
Yeah. So Adelaide Aussie girl.
Very nice.
Fucking exceptional.
Oh man, her little thing against Io Shirai was rad.
Right now she's on the run for Shayna. She wants that belt.
Yep.
I think she should have it. If anyone can take out Shayna,
it's definitely Rhea.
It's Rhea.
Yeah, built like a brick shit house.
So I always pronounce it Rhea, but it's Ray, like a Ray Ripley.
Yeah, Ray Ripley.
I know, I never pronounced it correctly.
Yeah.
But anyways, that does bring us to the end of the show. This was our Raw plus some extra shit review show. This happens every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. on your social on your Facebook. Nope, that's not even right at all. 8 a.m. on your podcast services, 9 a.m. on those YouTubes. If you want to join that wrestling conversation, head over to the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/popculture's Discord channel. Links are in the description below. Harass us on Twitter. We're always like, if you want to talk to us, it's probably the best place to do it. Like, we bullshit a ton on Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's where I will fight Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah. Add him.
Yeah.
He's going to add him.
Right there.
Okay, I'm trying to make it add some more.
But if you want to support the conversation as it happens, head over to patreon.com/thepopculture. Support us at any dollar value. Get yourself a nice little sneaky link where you can watch us record this show live. Not just this show as well. You get to watch us record our PlayStation show for the players.
Yep.
That one's on a weekend. So by paying you could pay $1 you do and get 2 live shows a week.
Yep.
Maybe even 3.
Yeah.
And we are also on twitch.tv/thepopculturist. If you go to our Twitch channel now, you get to see the gameplay we did of 2K20 with my good friend Max and I. We played it for about a couple of hours. I will be posting on the YouTube as well. If you happen to be over there, there's that. I think that is everything. Oh yeah, so if you listen to us on podcast services, why don't you jump over there, Give us a star rating of your choosing. Maybe give me a little written review.
Yeah.
Help us move around. So opportunities like Kofi, they come from people like yourselves getting this out there, helping the show to grow and move. And
so excited to share that with you guys.
Yeah, we're very excited to share that, which is obviously fantastic. But on top of that, it's awesome, and we can do more cool stuff like that by you guys helping us get into more ear holes or to more eyeballs. So please share us if you are a fan. It'd be very much appreciated. I ran out of drink earlier, and my mouth's all like dry and shit, so I have to end this bad boy now.
Yeah.
But until SmackDown, I'm Ryan Besson.
And I got the smoke. I'm Jem. Bye.
See you next week. The Young and the Restless, the Pop Culturist WWE podcast, is fan support over at Patreon at patreon.com/thepopculturist. And we'd like to thank our Patreon producers and our Patreon founders for their kindness, their support, and their generosity. Our Patreon founders: Alpha Ferret, Craig O'Flaherty, David Chataway, Jesse Stevenson, and Jacob Garner. And our Patreon producers: AJ Abatomi, Damian Holdies, Kyle Dunn, Lee Wintershoven, Nathan Massetti, Paul James, Pure Mongrel, and Sean Levitt.